If you're trying to view different sets of data and solutions in a better than spreadsheet format, then the grid view is for you. By going into any solution and then app, you're able to go to the top left and click on grid. And this green icon view is the spreadsheet of the future. You can easily grab any record and move them up and down in order to sort them. And you're also able to group them. So for example, I have this grouped by a status property, but you can group it by various fields as well. The ones that are able to be grouped will be showcased as the color of the solution, and then the other ones will be grayed out. And when hovering over them, and we'll say this field type does not support grouping. So if I, for example, were to pick the review status, it would be segmented by that review status. And then within here, I'm also able to change whether I want it to be first to last or last to first. So if I pick it the other way, I could see completed review status items on the top, but within those, I can still sort them manually. Or if I wanted to, I can click on sort here and then decide what field type I would want it to be sorted by. So if I wanted to do it alphabetically by post title, I totally could. Or if I wanted to do it by publish date and have it be the earlier items first or the later items first, I could do that as well. You can also freeze, resize, and order columns. So just by clicking on any column, I can go and drag these around. And then all of these fields are being displayed by clicking fields to display. And if you look here, the primary field is the title, and then I can drag these around in any order. And I can also remove them from showcasing. For example, if I get rid of the reviewer column, it will disappear. But then I can add any of the available fields over here. Once again, if I want to add it back, just press this arrow and drag it right back onto the screen. Now, for example, if I wanted to scroll to the right, you'll notice how this post title is frozen. And you can see if I press modify field settings, you'll see that this is frozen, and this is par for the course for any primary field. But if I click on this and modify this field setting, within these different SmartSuite fields, you're also able to collapse columns and then open them back up, just like in a spreadsheet, and quickly select to group by the field, add a filter for a specific status. So for example, I could select that it's just the in process status, and it will just have those show up. And I can quickly add any fields to the right after pressing those three dots on a field themselves. One of the main benefits of a grid view is that I can edit the records directly in the grid view. For example, by clicking on this and changing it to complete, I then will have this change without literally opening up the record and changing it here. You can also see that for any select field, there's a very nice indicator of what percentage is complete, in process, or not started, basically showcasing all of the different percentages of what's making up this single select field in this grid view. You can also summarize any other field by clicking on this and summarize with a myriad of options like percent filled, percent empty, or when it comes to dates and other types of items, what's the latest date or the earliest date and the date range. Just like in any other SmartSuite view though, you are able to open the record by either clicking here, or when it's hovered over, you can press space and that will showcase the details of the record. Summarizing has never been easier using grid views. You can even see that the open comments item here, if I click right on this, will go right into my communication center, which is so quick and easy. And unlike anything in a comments, email, and overall communication center functionality. Just like other views, you're able to quickly find and spotlight different records inside of your grid view. So if I make it so that the post title contains SmartSuite, you'll see that this is highlighted and I can change the color to anything I want here. And I also can find something by going to the find feature and typing something like 5 signs, and it will outline this here. And one of my favorite features is if we have an attachment field, so I can actually drag an attachment and drop it right into the field itself without needing to click on it and add the attachment manually. These grid views truly are better spreadsheets.